to Social Space. This week it's all about spring break, baby.
It's crazy that we are even thinking spring break. Can I say that? Of course, you know, the winds this week were crazy.
Yeah,
My
and
goodness.
the temperature has been the roller coaster ride of Texoma's winter/spring/winter, then summer.
Yeah, I think one of my least favorite weather things is wind. I mean, when the wind's blowing 90 to nothing.
It's awful in so many different ways.
But it is spring break.
Yeah.
So let's talk about spring break.
Spring break is awesome. But before we get to that, we have to thank some great people
We do.
who make this show work. Our friends at Falls Truck Center, our besties at Four Stars Auto Ranch, and they're in Henrietta, and Jackie's going to have some fun fact in a minute. Our buddies at News Channel 6.
Yes.
And our favorite folks over at Town Square Media. Now, Jackie, give us the Four Stars fun fact for this week.
Well, I can tell you that this Wednesday, we're going to be doing the dirt turning, which we're really excited about, for the brand new state-of-the-art dealership for Four Stars Ford in Jacksboro, Texas.
That is awesome.
So we're pretty excited.
Great big new place.
You know, what a great investment into the city of Jacksboro as well. But I mean, this is going to be a beautiful dealership. It's going to sit right in front of the hospital in Jacksboro. So when you're going down 281, just look at your left and it's right there. And they're going to start turning dirt this coming week. And hopefully within a year, you'll be driving to Jacksboro to that beautiful dealership to purchase your new Ford.
And if dirt turning's your thing for spring break, there's a venue right there to go have some dirt turning fun.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go.
I love it. That might not be for everyone though.
True, but the way I look at spring break is you've got grandparents that are in need of ideas to do with their grandchildren for spring break. You certainly have mom and dad. I know that when my kids were little, I would try to take at least one day off from work and make a big deal out of spring break.
Yeah,
and we would either do something fun locally or we'd take a road trip for the day. I mean, many people travel, go snow skiing or go to the Caribbean or whatever, but this show is about people who are staying local. So if you're grandparents and you're going to be pulling the load to babysit this week, or if you're parents and you're going to go, what can I do in Wichita Falls or just right in our own backyard to do with my kids for spring break, that's what this show is all about.
And that's why Taylor's here. Taylor Weaver's with us. Taylor, tell us, let's start local, because we love local. Clearly, it's social space for Wichita Falls and the surrounding area.
Right.
So tell us what some of the Crashworks is a great place to go. Let's start there. Crashworks is a super cool thing. So tell us what they got going on.
Crashworks here downtown is doing a STEM camp for kids, so science, technology, math, arts. So they have a camp going on. You can buy your tickets online. They said so. Crashworkswf.com, kind of reserve your spot. So it's a hands-on activities for kids and parents and grandparents to do with their kids. So they have some great options that whole week of spring break as well.
That's kind of cool.
Awesome. I love that.
Take them out to lunch and take them to Crashworks. That's a great day thing to do.
And then kind of catty corner, I guess, to Crashworks here downtown is Wichita Theater. They're having their Broadway Wizard of Oz Broadway show. So if you're kind of looking for a theater play, which Wichita Theater does a great job with families and kids. So they're having one as well. They can buy tickets at wichitatheater.com. So that's an option too. Maybe go to Crashworks and go over to Wichita Theater.
Who doesn't love Wizard of Oz?
I know. That's my husband's favorite all-time movie ever is The Wizard of Oz.
It's awesome.
It is awesome.
It's the best movies ever.
Yeah.
I think it's great that you're opening up your kids to art as well. So I think the Wichita Theater is a great option for spring break.
And then some may have some older kids, just want to burn off, I guess, the energy. Maybe they're tired of keeping them at home. So don't forget Urban Air here in town is a great place to jump and let your kids let loose for a little while.
Instead of bouncing off the walls at home, they can bounce off the walls at Urban Air.
Yes.
And they sleep good at night time.
I bet they do.
Yes.
And you can bring, if mom or dad needs to bring their computer, you can work off the Wi-Fi and sit there and work while the kids play.
Just don't do that on a trampoline.
Yeah, no kidding. But Urban Air is a great location for a fun spring break. Yeah.
And then they have the Family Fun Zone across town. So they have roller skating, and arcade and laser tag. So maybe you have an older group of kids that want to bring their friends. So don't forget the Family Fun Zone over on Southwest Parkway.
Now I'm looking that they offer mini golf, which will be fun out there, especially if the weather is pretty.
Right.
Go-karts, batting cages. So that could
Yeah.
almost be an all-day thing. Laser tag, arcade, roller skating, and bumper boats.
Yeah.
All at the Family Fun Zone.
And pizza. They have
And
pizza,
They do
Pizza.
have pizza and slushies.
slushies and pizza. How can you go wrong with that combination?
So literally between movies
Huh.
and between Crashworks, between Urban Air, Wichita Theater, the Family Fun Zone. And you know what? You might even want to go out to Riverbend
Yes, that was my other
Nature
one.
Works Center.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so Riverbend was having some similar STEM camps that whole week too. So I would just really encourage everyone to kind of get online and see what Wichita Falls is doing. There's
Right.
so much going on, maybe what your kid is interested in, and just get out of the house for the day.
I've even got a city one. Can you believe this? Look at this. Parks and Recreation, upstairs, library 205, room 205, every day at 2 o'clock, well, Monday through Thursday. They're showing movies, free movies.
Oh, cool.
There you
And their
go.
list is on their Facebook page. Don't ask me those. I can't remember what they were. But they're good little movies, and you get free popcorn and free lemonade if you want to do that. So there's another option.
That's awesome.
So for all of you grandparents or mom and dads listening, you got a big choice of
There's
spring
choices.
break day things to pass your week.
You don't
got to
have-
sleep in though a little bit, you know.
Well, if they'll let you. Maybe after
true.
Urban Air when they sleep so good, that'll be your day. You go, yeah, this is it. Do that like middle of the week so you
So
can
don't ever say
catch up.
there's nothing to do in Wichita
Yeah.
Falls
Don't ever
with
say
your
it.
kids. So we just gave a great list. Now I'm excited because in the next segment, Chris, we're going to talk about what if you wanted to just drive out of town for one day and do some great things with your kids.
Yeah,
We've
the-
got great options there too.
There was an old Beatles song called Day Tripper.
Day
Just
tripper.
makes me think of it right there. Whether you go north, whether you go south, we've got some options for you.
Okay.
So stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks so much.
New arrivals coming in every week at 4 Stars Auto Ranch. You get more for your trade and award-winning satisfaction from 4 Stars Auto Ranch.
Experience commitment here at 4 Stars Auto.
Medicare can be confusing. That's why it's important to have a locally born and raised expert to help you understand all your options. I'm Colby Bustacco, and I'm ready to serve you. Medicare changes every year, and that's why it's important to review the changes annually. I understand that everyone's needs are different. That's why I work hard to tailor a plan specifically for you, your family, and your lifestyle. That's the Bustacco way, more personal, more thoughtful, and more trusted.
This is a problem. That grind, that click, that constant leak. Whatever it is, you heard it last year, and you probably put it on your to-do list. Ah, the famous to-do list. Well, that list gets long, and so do the days. But your AC still needs a tune-up. You could wait for that first triple-digit degree day.
We're talking about consecutive days of triple-digit heat.
Or you could call,
James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing. This is Laura.
"Hey Laura, good to see you again." We don't like 102-degree weather, but we're climbing the ladder. We don't prefer hanging out in the crawl space, but we're down there chasing the leak. And we don't like when your AC has problems, but we like to fix them. James Lane Air Conditioning and Plumbing.
Welcome back, everybody, in segment 2 of our spring break special. When I was a little kid, we didn't have spring break. We went to school 24/7. We never got out. We just stayed there the whole time, and we loved it.
And you walked 5 miles in the snow.
Uphill both ways. You're right. How did you know? We didn't go to the same school. Jackie. All right, we're back. Spring break. We talked first segment. We talked about local,
Yes.
what to do around Wichita Falls in the area. Great stuff. Now we mentioned the Beatles song "Day Tripper" because we're gonna see what it's like to take a day trip north and a day trip south. Katie Starkey joins us. Katie Let's go north of the Red River first. Oklahoma City's a big city. Lots of things to do there. What can we do on spring break there?
Yes, absolutely. Well, the first thing I'm going to mention is the zoo in Oklahoma City. Great place for all ages, whole family. So if you have teens, young adults, kids, everybody's going to enjoy a day at the zoo. And because we're a big military city, Shepherd Air Force Base, they have 50% off admissions on their tickets.
That's awesome.
Great.
That's awesome. That
And
is awesome.
Oklahoma City's an easy day trip. It's easy to drive up there.
Straight up I-44.
Just bring some quarters.
Yep, bring
Bring
your
quarters. Not for the casinos, but for the toll. Not for the just toll,
Hey, now,
not casinos.
I go to Oklahoma City for one thing mostly, the food. Oh my gosh.
It is. It's a good place.
Bricktown.
Bricktown's amazing.
Every time I go there, which I was just there last weekend because we were there picking up awards that we'll talk about. Every time I go to Oklahoma City, I go, man, they just planned that whole thing so great.
Yeah, they did.
That downtown, Bricktown is just amazing.
And that, that was a project. We always talk about downtown, not to get off the topic, but we talk about downtown revitalization.
Yes.
Look at places like Oklahoma City and Fort Worth and what they've done. Those were 20-year projects.
They were.
That was not a, 5-year deal. Those were big time. But they are great examples of the success that a downtown revitalization project
I agree.
can
So
have.
if grandparents are watching or
Yep.
parents and you've got maybe teenage girls,
Yep,
you could
go.
literally just meander
Perfect.
the shops downtown Fort Worth and
yeah.
eat, go to the melting pot, do all those great things. So Bricktown's a great option. What else, Katie, in Oklahoma City?
Well, Oklahoma City is also known for its history. So we all know the National Cowboy Museum and Heritage is there. So that would be a great place to go if you're looking for something a little bit more on the side of educational.
Yeah.
I know with spring break we're like, oh, we're out of school, but it's definitely a chance to get something and an experience that's from home. It's learning about the history of not just Texas and Oklahoma, but the entire place together. So it would be good.
Yeah,
to
that
go there as
Western
well.
heritage certainly plays a role in this part of the country and really the world because it was so strong here. But they have beautiful artwork there too. There's a lot of really cool learning pieces.
I agree.
Some of we're talking huge walls that are like a Rembrandt scene. I mean, it's amazing.
And let's not forget about the memorial there too.
Yes,
That's a great thing to bring your kids to walk through, especially your younger kids who were not here when that happened.
Yeah, the bombing of the federal building, the Murrah building there in Oklahoma City.
I think they did a great job with that. So now that's north.
Yes.
What are we going to do if we go south, Katie? To
Big city south, isn't there?
We're
there is,
going
yeah.
to the VFW, which is probably our personal favorites to go south. So in Fort Worth, they have the Fort Worth Zoo. So
Great zoo.
again,
Great zoo.
yeah, big, and it's so nice too. Great family experience, and they do deals at half price Wednesdays. So because
Can
spring
you
break,
imagine how crowded that zoo's going to be on Wednesday?
There's going to be
But
people
it-
there.
For those on a budget.
Yeah, and
That's
they
perfect.
also have a really cool splash pad at the zoo. So when you get hot from walking around and all that kind of stuff, you can bring your swimsuit and jump in the splash pad.
Are there animals in the splash pad as well?
I don't know. I didn't see any when we went. But
You'd be surprised by a hippo or something. You're like, hello, there's a hippo. I don't think there is.
And Dallas has a zoo as well.
Yes.
So, I don't know if you've been there. I've been there once and it was nice too. But then let's see. There's always Six Flags.
yes, Six
Yeah.
Flags is probably the staple, I would say.
Yeah.
You're going to get rides, thrills, games for kids, food. It's an entire day when you plan for Six Flags.
And I heard that they're even doing something called Scream Break. So they're going to do some thriller stuff. So yay.
Yes, so actually their park hours are going to be extended during that
Okay.
time so that they can stay until midnight. So usually the park closes around 9 p.m., but this is going to be an extended time where they get to kind of meander the park at night. It's going to be lit up. There's going to be shows, haunted houses.
So there you go,
lots
Mom
of
and Dad.
games.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
So we're not talking about scream like on the ride scream. We're talking about like you get somebody
Like you're
scares you
afraid.
scream.
Yeah.
I'm not going to that.
So I know there's a big trend with Legos right now. There's Legoland to go
Yes,
to.
Legoland and SeaWorld are the combination.
Sea Life
Or
Aquarium? Yeah.
Sea Life Aquarium, I'm sorry. So you can get combo tickets for that as well. And the aquarium actually has the only 360 Sea Life tunnel, walk-through tunnel
is
in
cool.
Texas.
It is cool.
So you'll want to see that if you haven't already.
So for those that are going maybe to the mountain skiing or to the Caribbean, they're still yay for you.
You're missing out. You're missing out on all the educational stuff that's around here.
Yay for
but
you.
if you're stuck at home,
I know it. For those of us. But these are great, backyard ideas, day trip ideas. So grandparents, parents, load them up and either get them to Oklahoma City, get them to Dallas Fort Worth, or right around your own backyard.
Yeah.
Or heck, just drive around.
Yeah.
You always look for something to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. Well, Katie, those were some great options. Well, there you go.
Thanks,
it's
Katie.
spring break.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
It's my
it.
pleasure.
All right, when we come back, hardware, we're talking about hardware that Hager Communications brought home from a couple of trips. And we are also going to talk about something coming up at the city where you get to learn everything about the city. That's on the City Space. It's next.
It's been said that you can save enough energy to power a TV for an entire day by recycling just one aluminum can. We're just doing our part. We are Bell Processing.
Four incredible radio stations. That's who we are. We are Town Square Media, and we bring the best of radio to the North Texas area. Wake up early with News Talk 1290. That's us. How about Kelly Raspberry on 92.9 NIN? Yep, that's us. Bringing you the best of country with 102.3 The Bull. That's us. And rocking it all day long with 106.3 The Buzz. That's us. We are Town Square Media, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the Social Space.
Welcome back to the City Space. Now it's the social space, but it's the city part of it. We're so excited, but we're going to hold on that. You and all these other people around here brought home some hardware that's pretty doggone impressive. So tell us all about your awards.
We did it. Thanks to Karsten and Andrew and Matt and the entire team, we went to the Oklahoma City Addies and brought home 8 Addies. And then the very next weekend, we went to Fort Worth and brought home 3 Addies, and I'm really proud of one of those, was the best video. And you think about it, all of the agencies in Fort Worth, and that piece of video won best of choice for video.
Wow.
So we were excited.
You should be.
So those they mean a lot to us because
Sure.
we work really hard for our clients, and we want to produce great work, and we all collaborate together. We've got a great team here, and it's just a lot of fun. So
It's a big deal.
Yeah,
So
thank
tell me
you.
what is an Addie? What is that for those who don't know what an Addie is?
Well, it's an award given by the Advertising Association. It's judged by advertising experts outside of your area.
Okay.
And we compete with big agencies, mid-sized agencies, and small. They put us all in one big pot and judge our work. We enter in different categories, and then they judge, and then we all come together once a year. This is kind of like award season for us.
Sure.
And so this is the Addie part. We just entered the Tellies, and then we'll enter the Emmys again. But
Wow.
coming off the Addies, it just means that your work is really recognized
Sure.
for the quality that it is.
Yeah.
And the Grammys and the Oscars and the Tonys are coming.
Well, we're
That's
not
later.
in the Grammys.
That's later. That's like the next level for you, right?
No,
That's where we're going
listen,
up to.
we that Emmy we won last year means a lot to us too.
Sure.
Every single one of them means something.
Sure.
That means that we really strategize and think hard, don't you think, Andrew, about what we're
Absolutely.
putting together?
Yeah, it
So-
validates what we do every day,
Sure.
Yeah.
and what we do for our clients. So, yeah.
I love it.
Lot
Well,
of fun.
congratulations. Well
Thank
deserved.
you.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, now we're going to talk about not award-winning yet, but we're working on it. The 2023 Wichita Falls Citizens Academy, not to be confused with the Wichita Falls Police Academy, Citizens Academy, or the Wichita County Sheriff's Citizens Academy. This one focuses on the city of Wichita Falls. So we hear from everybody from the mayor to the city manager to our director of finance to the guy who makes sure your water's clean and coming to your house, and the stuff that goes out of your house goes where it's supposed to go and gets taken care of. We learn everything you can imagine about the city. And
So
we-
it's like a course
it is.
you
It's
sign
an
up for?
8-week course. You can sign up right now.
Okay.
It starts March 23rd, which is a Thursday. So from March 23rd, 8 weeks, you go from 6 to 8:30. We're going to feed you. We're going to do tours of things. You're going to get behind the scenes on things you don't get to see normally. And what we want out of this is we want you to become an ambassador of the city of Wichita Falls.
Cool.
So when your
Okay.
neighbor or your social media buddy says something that you know is not right, you can snap in there and know that what you're telling them is correct because you learned it at the Wichita Falls Citizens Academy.
How long have you guys been doing this?
This is the 3rd year for it.
Wow.
So it's my 2nd year with it. But the first year was really, really, a lot of people signed up, went through it, great stuff. Last year we were kind of down a little bit, but this year we're going to be back up. We're going to cut it off at probably 35.
Okay.
That's our maximum right now. But it's easy. You go. There's an online form to fill out at wichitafallstx.gov, and then it's free, of course. There'll be a background check because when we're at the police department, we go through some kind of sensitive areas, and we just need to make sure everybody's has cleared that background check because of that.
Right.
Okay.
So that's but it's easy. It's a simple. It's not like we're delving into.
So it's
your,
like each Thursday night you're tackling a different subject?
and almost every Thursday night we're somewhere else.
Okay.
So we're actually going to be at Half Pint, which is, well, we're working on it. We hope to be at Half Pint for our economic development course when they talk about that and development services, because a lot of the tax money the sales tax money that goes into the 4A and the 4B, which we're going to talk about on this show in not too long, but that money goes to help businesses downtown get buildings that they're refurbishing up to code, or helps with plumbing stuff that needs to be up to code. And Half Pint is one of those buildings. So when they refurbished it and redid it, there was 4B money that went to it to help it get to where it needed to be for them to be able to run what they have. So
do most cities do this?
there are a lot of cities in Texas that do this, not the same course. I mean, we all have different ones, but there are a lot that have their academies, and some of their academies go 10 weeks, 12 weeks. They go long.
Yeah.
They really put a lot on the plate for you to learn. But we kind of have a condensed version, and everybody that's gone, I haven't heard anybody say anything bad about it yet. And so it really is worth it. It's really fun. It's really, really cool. I tell bad dad jokes all the time. So I mean, if you don't learn anything, you'll know how bad my dad jokes are.
So it's called the Wichita Falls Citizens
Yes.
Academy.
And WichitaFallsTX.gov, you can go
Okay.
there. There's a little button on the homepage that says Citizens Academy.
So if you're new to Wichita Falls, it would be great to go through.
Yes.
Or if you want to get involved in any area in city
boards.
government,
You
it
learn
would be
about boards
good.
and commissions and how they work
Okay.
and who's on those and how you can get involved in them.
Any
Or be the
age?
Parks Board, 18 or above is what we have to
18 or
stay
above.
with.
Or if you just love where you live.
There
Exactly.
you go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had people that just wanted to know more.
Yeah.
They've lived here for 30 years and they just wanted to know more.
Yeah.
And I've been here long enough and did a lot. I did a lot of media before this, and I still learned stuff last year when I went through it. And I mean, I covered the city, but I learned all kinds of stuff that I did not know.
Is it solely sponsored by the city?
It is the city the city puts it on. It comes.
And it's free.
Yes, it is
There
free
you
to
go.
free to join and
That's
free to
pretty
learn.
cool.
And we'll give you this year. We're going to give you keys to the city. Our little theme is keys to the city. So when you graduate, you're going to get keys to the city.
That's cool.
It won't be what you think, but it's really cool. It's going to be fun. I'm
You can
excited.
go trap it on a bunch of doors, but it's not gonna.
I don't think they'll fit a lock, honestly. Just saying, there's not a lock made for these. But yeah, come out and join
Okay.
us. We'd love to have you. It's a lot of fun.
Well, there you have it. Now we've got a good show planned for next week.
Yes, we do.
I'm real excited.
And everybody's
So,
just
We're always grateful for people who watch this show,
Mhm.
and if you ever want us, or if you ever want to be a guest, please let us know. Or if you want us to cover something, just let us know.
Yeah.
But we're happy to partner with you guys and happy to partner with our sponsors.
well, thank you. It's a big happy family, is what we
Mhm.
are, and we laugh a lot too.
We do have fun.
That's the best part
We do.
for me. I feel good when I leave here. That's good.
Thank you.
And hopefully you all feel good when we're done. So thank you. for
Good
joining
night,
us.
everyone.
We will see you next week. All right. Bye. Bye.